Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute. This music isn't right. The scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Never mind the furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's indcd.org, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. Go there. Shop small. Do it. We are also made possible by sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of our ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled a sword to teaching the art to others. And of course, Hades and Hellfire, a dark secret has claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. Ah, friends, colleagues, Romans, lend me your ears, and unto those who would wish ill on mine, you know, I am laid back. I want to understand that I am a gentle, forgiving soul. However, I would never, and I want to make it crystal clear, I would never say unto them, ceaseless watcher, turn your gaze upon this wretched thing. Now, there are allegations that I would say such a thing, but I won't. I don't need to. My boss already is. Now, we have a lot going on. I have a very big deal coming up in where I have a commission coming down the pipe I am way too excited to do. And then, because my beloved, you guys, I love my friends. I love my my patrons, and I love my clients. However, sometimes you get one that's a little bit spicy. And what I have a client, I never name clients till the job is done and I've been given permission. But what this beloved client had to do, what they said onto me is okay. You will accept money, and then you will not be up all night tonight working on this. You will not. And I'm like, are you knuckin' futs? Okay. But, oh, private message. Yeah, but it's funnier not to. Uh, uh, no, I will. Anyway, this absolute mad lass has the audacity to say, but you may not stay up all night working on this project. To me. To me. Mama, I just want to get it done. I know I need to sleep, but my worry is so deep, Mama. Ooh. Anyway, I really needed a gig. In fact, I really do. So, last night, I forced myself to bed before 1. Which, now to anyone else, you were up till midnight. No, for me to be in bed before 1 o'clock in the morning, considering the need for both quasi isekai, why yes, I've been saving the series for when it was going to be needed with my wife, but I still have to do an hour of exercise. I did this. I slept. I got like 6 something hours on my machine, 7 hours on my machine. So I can't get yelled at. I have kept the requested terms of the brief. Do not stay up late tonight doing this. Did that completely interfere with my brownie-like no one is looking so I can invoke my powers? I have superpowers as long as no one notices. Alleged set of abilities? Maybe. Maybe not. We shall see. I have to decide, do I want to go cutesy cartoon, quasi-romantic, not romantic, quasi-Redwall, or quasi-realistic as a base. So I won't be sitting here going through a mix of Redwall characters going, do I want to do it this way, or do I want to do it like closer to like the Cinderella effect, where, oh, I know it's confusing, and I know this doesn't make any sense to you, but my brain, it ticks over. So I will be working on that. Not right now. Because like y'all have to do a lot more bribery for me to start doing things like live streaming my actual work. Largely because for me to live stream my actual work, I don't get to listen to non-copyright music, except for Dan Hollifield, because he's given me permission. And I do love Dan Hollifield, but the kind of stuff I need to really do the long-term flow is not necessarily YouTube friendly. It is not necessarily it's not copyright available. It's a whole thing. And I don't want to get in trouble, and I don't want to deal with the shenanigans of trouble. So, my duckies. It means I will be very busy in the evenings. What was my accountability for yesterday? Yesterday was a whole lot of high grade housework because I have to get everything ready for Big Item Pickup Day. I have to get everything ready for uh, my brain just flatlined. Hold on. I have to get ready for Big Item Pickup Day, for Mother's Day, and for the practice that's next week. And everything involves the massive overhaul of house and study that I have been putting off for too dang long. It involves a massive effort in the backyard to make it functional for my purposes. It involves possibly instantly getting getting absolute assurance that I will be doing an itemized tax return. There's a lot. There's just a lot. So I've been working on these things and taking care of Xander and trying to keep up with the politics and current events. I'm pleased to see we are still here this morning. I had some mild concerns earlier last night, but it seems like we're all here. Everything is groovy, at least for those of us in the States. We'll see. So what we're going to do today is Wednesday. I'm going to do an art day. Ideas. I have some ideas potentially written down. I have notes from my assorted. Where does the other note go? Oh, I already did that one. Well, I suppose I could do another bunny oracle if need be. Hi, train. And don't go riding on that long black train. Anyway, so I know, I'm sure that's being picked up by the camera, by the audio. My Foley work is not that good. I would love to say it is. I would love to say I'm hitting a sound box to sound like I am in, the land where the corn sharks roam. But I'm not. I also have to double check my assorted systems because there will always be people who just refuse to comment on my things, but have to comment. It's Trey. The question you're asking is, it's Trey. Who else do you know could tell me to go to sleep and actually have me listen? Really? Joey? Oh, Pookie. I love you, brother, but no, we both know that the wives are in charge of the situation. Anyway, it's me, Magzio. Anyway, okay. I found the magic hammer. Now, yes, I have to get into that. I was waiting for somebody to notice, so I'm 14 minutes behind to get into that. So, now, yes, we have some business to attend to. That being, I will be running Joe's ad because at some point in the near future, he will be back doing all of that, and he keeps forgetting that my shows could be evergreen. People may come back and watch. Sometimes they do, especially the art ones. So, let's get down to business. Those Huns aren't going to defeat themselves. I mean, Hun, how you doing? Get some water, besties. Alrighty, as I try to avoid being possessed by Charlotte Dubray. That is not the button I want to click. Okay. Alrighty then. I'm supposed to be assisted, which means I am supposed to permit assistation. Let me do this real quick. Hi.
Oh, hi.
So I will let you do the assistings because people like you better than me. And
Yes.
we'll do this and we'll be shrinky dinked at the bottom of the screen. And we'll get to work over here while you read off the comments and tell me what shenanigans I need to respond to. Thank you, dear.
Right. Well, there is a co-host because Mr. Bread is sitting here purring.
Oh, bread purrs.
Bread purrs.
I love carbs in all formats. Anyway.
Right. Well,
Here we
first,
go.
there we go. First through the door is Foxy with a good morning all.
Alrighty.
And Carl saying, hello, Foxy and beautiful lurkers.
Let me check something real quick.
And he's got accountability right out the gate. We'll be starting work on formatting Donna's next book probably tomorrow. Donna's just cranking out the books, which is awesome.
Rock on, because it's going to be busy for a lot of us in the near future. Can't wait to see you guys at the different conventions.
Yes. And Thesis is in with Good Morning, Carl and Foxy. And Carl is then on to possible book covers. I know, right? Carl saying, hey, Thesis. And then I popped in and I was at a meeting and I did make it back before the show starts, obviously. Oh, and Thesis has accountability right out the gate, too. Look at all of you. Gold stars, everyone. Working on editing a new video today, and we'll hopefully have it uploaded by showtime tonight. Awesome. You guys rock. Look at you go. Yeah, hi. Yeah, I wrapped the cords, so when you bite them, they don't break. Neener, neener. Yeah. Brett is the only one that chews on cords. So now I have, oh, people will love this. The cords that came in, the cord wraps, they're gradients. The Bachman household deals in gradient. It is our family color. And Thesis is greeting me. Hello, Thesis. And we have Donna greeting everyone. Hello, Donna. And greetings to Donna. And Carl says, hey, sweetie. Donna, not Nick. Sorry, Nick.
The audacity.
You're more of a cupcake than a sweetie. And Trey, Carl. And Foxy's back. Wow, that blew up. Yeah, people went crazy with the comments pretty quick. Laughing. And Carl was off to check the clan's Munsey score back in a few. So the training I was in, they said something about, oh, you can capture tickets, and that reminded me to get my Munsies this morning.
Nice.
So I got my Munsies this morning. And Foxy was saying we might not be up yet. Two of them are. And Foxy's giggling. Sweet Foxy making excuses for them. And Foxy is half awake.
Wait a second. Oops, I forgot to do a layer dump for this. Oops.
Are you doing a time lapse?
Possibly. I probably forgot to do that.
Oh, we didn't get music going. Let me get some music going for you.
Okay. No, I'm not worried about it because I figure you were being audible. So if you don't get music, that rocks.
Get some music going for you. What do we usually play?
No, just grab something out of down Hollowfields. Because if not, I'll get into the rhythm of blaring, feeding the ducks, and then I will just out.
What's this?
Everything okay?
It sounds kind of weird on my end. There we go.
Yeah.
Nolan's Mud. Let's go with that. That is by our own Dan Hollifield, who you can find on IndieCD, along with other great creators. And go ahead.
No, I think it's awesome how many people are actually on IndieCD, and I know you promote it and blah blah blah. But putting that aside for just a moment, I just think it's really cool that there is this very positive community
Right.
on IndieCD, and like what Joe does and what Joe has done. Since I don't think he's in the chat to be like blushing and uncomfortable, so I can make him uncomfortable in the reruns. You know, I'm just genuinely mind-numbingly impressed with the actions of Joe Bachman.
I am very proud of my husband. He's done amazing work. And I'm not going to lie, it's very nice being able to say that, oh, you can find him on IndieCD and not have to memorize everybody's individual websites, because I would not be able to do that.
Memorize.
I know, right? But no,
Dude.
I'm very proud of him. He's done amazing work.
Oh, it's just phenomenal. And I just think that. Like, a lot of people complain about stuff. Hi, my name is Nick. Hi, Nick. But, Joe didn't just complain about stuff. He went, oh, and I could do something about it. And like, that is one of the most important things in the world, especially right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes me happy.
And the group of people that we've met through there has been amazing too. It's just a group of people that lift each other up and support each other. And it's rare to find that nowadays.
It really is.
And it's just an amazing community, and I'm really proud to call out all of you friends. And before I start, bringing myself to tears over you guys, I'll get back into the comments.
I'm misty-eyed over here. I'm not even lying about it.
No. But besides the video that Thesis is currently working on, he is also working on a PowerPoint and learning a new computer program. Feels like he's back in college. That's awesome.
Thesis multitasks.
I know, right? Especially learning like new computer programs and things like that. And I think he's learning is it 3 languages, Thesis, right now? Or is it 4 on Duolingo? Like, bro. Foxy's brain is still asleep, she thinks. What mischief can she get into before it logs in? And, oh no, I think what brain I have is stuck on Snark. Consider this a warning.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Right? I think most of us are just stuck on Snark as a default. But that's alright. Carl is laughing. Feeling better than I have in a while now, so I'm doing an office cleanup. Way to go!
That's so good. And that's so good for you to be in an organized, comfortable surrounding. Or so I hear.
Yeah, I got yarn all over the place here. It's just yarn vomit all over the place. I gotta clean up in here. Foxy is currently pre-migraine. She can feel it building.
Oh.
I wonder why I get so snarky when I have one coming in.
You know better than to use a sentence like that at the end, dear.
Oh, right. Defense against pain, maybe? More than likely. Probably.
It gives you somebody to blame. So,
She says, "Oh heck, I don't know. I'll roll with it."
Rolling is good.
Rolling. Carl's agreeing.
Yeah.
At least on the bright side, I know this one is coming. It's the ones that hit out of nowhere that really get me. Yeah, especially if you're out and about and it hits. Gentle hugs to Foxy. Hopefully it's we can keep it at bay. And we have Grant this morning. Good morning, Grant. And we have greetings. Morning, Mr. Grantfire. Hello. Hello. And Grant's going to have to run in a little while because the bank made a pretty sizable error and then told me they fixed it, but it's not showing up on his online banking. Oh no.
That sucks.
Yeah, get that handled. Back him around. Hopefully that gets solved very quickly. He's saying hi to everyone. And Angie and Grant went to Twin Peaks Bar last night for dinner, and it has nothing to do with the TV show. Gobbledygook.
Dang it! I was about to ask how was the coffee.
Right. We referenced Twin Peaks last night at our Parks meeting. We were like, maybe we need an intro for our live stream of our Parks meetings, and then people will watch. And we were talking about using like the Twin Peaks intro, and then just having it as Twin Oaks instead of Twin Peaks.
You know what you should do? It's silly and time consuming, so it's perfect for this. What you should do is go around Twin Oaks Park, like look at the Twin Peaks because it does all the zoom ins, you know, at the beginning, and then just like duplicate the visual style,
right?
You know, like zoom into a bird or something, you know, one of the geese or something, you know.
It would be perfect.
And then dub the music over. Oh, sorry.
Oh, could you stop chewing on springs?
No, but thank you for your input.
Fred, really boy. Okay, you do you. Just enjoy life, I guess. All right. That duck in cover, it's because he's managed to, you know, undo a spring, and I'm trying to survive. And we've made it to the beginning of the show.
Yay! We are making progress. Things go so much faster when you're here.
That's because I interrupt the flow and just keep going. I just steamroll over you.
Well, that's the job.
And Carl got to my Munzie score and is encouraging Grant to make sure the bank gets it right. And greetings to Grant. And Grant says, you guys are probably going to make fun of me for being upset that Twin Peaks is supposed to refer to the fact that their waitresses are well endowed and not to the TV show. You know what? Also, if it's not going to refer to the TV show, it probably should refer to that. And it's kind of sad that it doesn't refer to that. So I can see why you're upset.
I heard the original restaurant you were kind of inferring to has gone bankrupt and are closing.
Really?
Yeah, I heard something like. Now, it might be a case of the main corporate is and franchises might stick around or something like that. But yeah, I heard that they're just not making it.
Huh. Well, I never moved over the Twitch screen. Because Nick is getting double views from me, and I have 2 streams going. I've got your YouTube going and your Twitch going. So.
You're a goddess among women. mean, not that I've told you that a few dozen times.
Donna's saying, don't forget to like and share because she knows you're subscribed. Absolutely. Fred, buddy, you don't need a pen. You don't have thumbs.
Thank heaven.
You're not polydactyl. Otherwise, you'd be opening the doors, and we don't need that.
There is a monstrously large Maine Coon
Yes.
that roams the streets of Earl Park.
Really?
And I mean, like, bobcat size.
Is it a Maine Coon or is it a Norwegian forest cat?
Maine Coon.
Oh, really?
Because the muzzle shape.
Okay. Huh.
But we wonder about some of our, how related to that Maine Coon some of our cats might be.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, if you pick up my other cats, they're like normal mass for their build. And then Dusty is like a cement brick. and it's not like he's fat, because he isn't. None of my cats are fat.
Just solid.
Just, absolutely solid.
Sure. Ha. Yeah, it's wrapped. Neener, neener. Neener, neener.
Poor Red.
Oh, and Donna is greeting you.
Hi, Donna. How you doing?
And Carl says, never watched the show, Grant.
Oh, Carl. Oh, Carl, you have to watch Twin Peaks once in your life. It was a bit too weird for Mandy. Mandy had some trouble watching, but it's good. And to those of you who do appreciate Twin Peaks properly, Calmed by Nature, which is a wonderful channel that does little animated like chill stream music with like a background, it's usually a coffee shop or whatever. They have a Twin Peaks homage one.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Oh, I know why you're acting up. He usually naps on my desk, and my desk is all cattywampus. Pun not intended, but I'll own it.
That's right. Intend your puns.
Right. Well, the pun coming up, I fully own.
Ooh.
Because Foxy said, sounds like a fun place. And then I immediately said, and I'm back in the nick of time.
I applaud.
So totally owned that one. And Carl is greeting you.
Hello, Carl. How are you, my good sir?
And Grant is lamenting that Carl never watched that.
It is tragic. That's one everybody needs to watch at least once. You'll never see owls the same.
Grant is saying it's one of the greatest TV shows of all time. And Foxy never watched it either. But Carl watched Doctor Who, and that's about it. Sure. Sorry, you don't need to type. That's okay. Oh, and all the letters on the screen are wobbling back and forth for Foxy.
Well, you can just kind of black screen, crack your laptop, turn off the lights and lay down, or put your feet in a sink or something.
Oh, we got to your greeting.
Oh, are you awake?
Yeah, I think everybody woke up. Including Dawn, because this is where she came in.
Hello, Dawn.
And we've got a geez, Nick. And oh, Foxy, poor gal. And Dawn. And Hobo didn't wake up for your voice, but he did for the desk drumming. How did he?
Ooh, desk drumming was good.
It was.
in a place for the dust. And I'm just chill right now. Like, good. I'm doing little unnecessary details. Like,
I am liking the texture you're putting on that.
Well, like, without having to constantly look up and back down, I can get, like, a little more mojo-y.
Yeah, no, that's good. That looks good.
Alrighty.
Grant is saying the reason Twin Peaks is one of the greatest shows of all time is that it starts out being fairly conventional murder mystery and devolves into surreal, abstract, weird.
Oh my gosh. And it's pretty weird to start. It's like, oh, this is going to be quirky. But that's cool.
It starts out quirky and then it turns into, oh, what?
There are reasons why I found Old Gods of Appalachia so very comforting.
Right. Inigo was just watching the TV and laid down when he was done. Carl is still stunned and deafened, but manages to slide the like in the coin slot.
Good boy.
But the murder mystery element is still pretty entertaining too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's part. What it never let the weird get fully away with itself.
And then I said, speaking of Romans, has the conclave started yet? Because I only watch the news 2 days a week for my sanity. Foxy was going to throw an ear in, but apparently there's no emoji ears. That's weird. What?
I thought there were emoji ears.
That's a travesty. And Carl's not sure. Foxy thinks conclave starts today. Callie got up in Carl's lap, looked at Nick singing, and then got down when you finished. Aw.
You're telling me I need to sing more.
Aw. And good morning, Midnight Maharaja.
Oh, hey, Midnight, what's up?
Lisa says the cat wanted a concert, was disappointed when they didn't get one. Carl's laughing.
Well, I mean, it fits that cats would be the only ones who like my singing. I used to sing a lot more, but then I took a hard shot to the throat, and it hit so hard it affected my voice after through a hardened gorget.
I'm betting that shot came from one of two people.
It's probably the first person you're thinking of, and somewhere there was a recording.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
But I never
probably
got
exactly at the event that I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
But Foxy grabbed the shocky pads. Oh, Callie is now purring in Donna's arms. And yes, it's me for the commissions. No, I was looking at all my channels, and I was like, I just have, the default profile pictures and banners, and there's nothing tying them together or showing what they're about. And I was like, hey, I know an artist. Yes, it's commission time.
And I'm totally not doing art like with my brain half turned off. Trying to figure out how I'm going to do said commission? No. Because it's like the rush of, okay, now what?
You also left out the part in the conversation where I was like, you're not allowed to stay up till dawn doing this. And you're like, when have I ever done that? And I sent you 4 gifts of just like the blank stare. Of just really.
I don't know of what you speak.
Never.
Oh.
And Dawn asked, "Are those orange cats on your shirt?"
Okay, hold on.
And Big and Eight.
So here's a situation. There was a story, but I was waiting for somebody to notice. Amanda's been cleaning out her office. Now, in cleaning out her office, several bags had been knocked behind a file drawer thing, and then literally stacked up with the assistance of the former janitor, caretaker, and general all-around cool guy. In it was a bag of Christmas presents from Alec. And one of them was these little kitties that reminded her of Dusty and Stuart playing with the dice. So it is all just dice and cute cats playing with dice. And I absolutely adore it. And I got it back, and I'm like, I will be needing this at some point in the near future. So
That is adorable.
it's a really neat texture that's like very, very petable in a strange way.
Nice.
Oh, I need to exit solo. There we go.
Yes, that is so cute.
Thank you. Thank you, Alec. I haven't heard much from you lately, so reach out, bud. Anyway.
And Carl said, "And if Stuart can get in there."
Mm-hmm.
And Thesis said, "Those of us who watched Trey's stream on Monday probably figured out who the commission was already." Probably. I was going to say, I am not subtle. It's not what I do.
I know.
And Grant says, "Okie dokie, cowpokies. I have errands to run." Yes. Good luck at the bank.
May the force be with you. And also
Awesome.
with... Oh, I forgot I had somebody here to cover that.
And Dawn says, "Bread purse? Sounds like yeast gone bad." No, that's the best. So, Hobo is taken to occasionally snoring. And it's the cutest dang thing ever. But he stops before I can, record it. Because cat. But the other day he was, lying in his throne as he does. And he snored, and it woke up Fred, who was on my desk sleeping. And he just slept on, blissfully unaware of what had happened. So, yes, it's adorable.
Kind of amazing.
Oh, that's pretty.
Thank you.
And people are encouraging Grant in his endeavors. And a pretty star, a gold star for the day. And Bladed still has the gold star that Foxy made sitting on the corner of his desk. Nice. Don says, "Seriously, Carl, I literally had my eyes open for 2.5 seconds before I said mooring in the chat."
That's right.
Foxy said, "It's star-ish." It represents a star. That's all it needs to do.
I love the pointillism brush so much. It saves me hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of time.
Yes. Texture. Texture.
Do we have texture? Do we love to draw? Anyway, better than Zeppelin. Anyway,
That would be stupid. I need to rewatch that. Carl says, Dawn, my dear, you only need one eye open to capture your Skyland, Munsey.
Cap with one eye open, holding your munsies tight.
Right.
Anyway. Sorry.
Dawn is agreeing. Joey is an amazing human in so many ways. Glad I can call him family. Foxy says, lift and support. We're a bunch of bras. But we have no underwires because we're comfortable.
Was that what was poking me in the foot? No.
Right? Oh, sometimes we support each other by poking each other to move on projects or tie others down to prevent injury. Okay, apparently we do have underwires. But we're sports bras, you know. Oh, God. No more.
Anyway.
Right?
Don't you mean lift and separate? No, you heathen. Anyway.
Oh, good morning, Robin.
Oh, hello, my dear Robin. Yes.
Oh. And greetings to Robin. And Thesis says it's 3-language, Mandarin, Spanish, and Scots Gaelic, but it's more refresh for Mandarin and Spanish. Okay. I knew you told me before, but I couldn't remember. And greetings to Robin. Greetings. And Spanish to Thesis. And greetings to Robin. And Robin finished her homework and preparing for a week at Grandma's, had to report to court in an hour. Well, good luck for the week ahead, Robin.
Jury duty, for anyone who's confused on that sentence. She's doing jury duty. Don't worry about her. Taking her part. Oh, I overdid that. I don't want to lose that much. It's part of the legal system while we still have one. Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do something.
And true, Carl, I know the paracord threats are not malicious. Correct.
Oh, there's no malice.
No, it's for your own good. Just as we would do to anybody who, was overworking themselves or overtaxing themselves. So,
I almost got the phrase, and now the weather, and just
right? The rap. I've been watching a lot of police videos of them taking down people doing DUIs and then trying to run, and a lot of them end up in the rap. So, yeah, it's glorious. So I just see that in my mind. And then they just pick them up like luggage and carry them into the jail, and it's hilarious. And we have Spanish in return to Carl because I cannot speak the Spanish this morning. It's not happening. But reminds me, I need to go to Menards soon. Purple Paracord. The Midwest capital.
Save big money at Menards.
Foxy says, that would be a no, Trey. Cats will always chew on strings. Yes, but now they are wrapped. But it was the spring. It was the spring. The spring. Hi. You saying hi to your brother? Yeah, don't mind me. Thank you. Yes, I'll move that for you, Your Highness. Thank you. There you go. You can nap.
Thought you'd be delighted by that. I was saving this one for when it was needed, and it felt needed today, so.
And blue and teal are also proper colors as well.
We do need to take and probably run a commercial since we didn't.
Yes, we do. Oh, yes, I know. That's what you wanted. Oh, sure.
I'll have a commercial at least. There we go.
Yeah.
Here on you.
Let's see.
Oh, I have no choice. I don't know what commercial I'm running. Anyway, one moment, please. There we go.
So, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before. Sisters of the Hook's son, Zach, has started streaming.
Mm-hmm.
It was his second stream ever, and he already sounded like a professional. But he had channel points turned on Kick, and redeemables, and one of them was hydrate. He was the most hydrated person in the history of hydration to ever hydrate. Hint, 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 hint. Hint, hint to everyone. Hint, hint.
Yes.
But one of my things is every time, somebody gets a hydration redeemable, I also hydrate. I was very hydrated as well. Good Lord.
This makes me think I might eventually have to get Pops' ad just as an emergency potty run ad.
Mm-hmm.
For, the long streams.
Either that or just do we'll be back in a minute and just have music playing. Excuse you, spicy cat.
I wonder if I could get, the right to use something like the parody Star Wars one. Oh god, Jim Batlap did with Tawny. Your call is very important to Evil Empire Incorporated.
I'm sure you could ask her. Just send her a message.
If I'm going to try to reach out to somebody I'm that intimidated by, I'll be doing something other than ask a favor. I need to mute these. That's too hard. Too much.
Fanboy as well, but I was watching a commercial and I don't remember what it was for because I stopped and all I could think was, that's Tawny Plottis' voice. That is Tawny Plottis. That is one of her pieces. I recognize her voice. I think it was right or something.
I wanted to name one of my other favorite voice actors, but he has a Korean name, and every time I reach for it, it gets mashed with the main name for the guy from Solo Leveling.
Okay.
So I can't give his name without face planting, but I absolutely adore his work. So the next time I go, oh shoot, we've had a commercial, I'll try to look it up if I remember and go with that. Okay, let's see, what does this mean? It needs more elements of some sort of thing.
Robin says Spanish is a language. I'm just going to start translating it, I guess. I don't know. If I'm able to translate it, I guess I'll just translate it. But Thesis is also considered picking up Hindi. And yes, Miss Robin. And the cafe restaurant in Northern Exposure is located near Robin's parents' house. That's awesome.
That is fantastic. People do not know how badly my soul bleeds for the Pacific Northwest. It's like if your soul is bleeding for more than 3 hours, consult it. What you got?
I was going to say, the Pacific Northwest is in your blood.
Yeah, but Indiana wants me and won't let me go.
It's the corn sharks. They get you and drag you back.
That's true. Corn sharks versus real sharks on today's.
Thesis says, except it would be the feminine version of a language. Foxy says, we once had a cat that was part bobcat, black with shadow spots, bobtails, and huge. Oh.
I've told my
Or
listeners.
hymns unaliving mittens. He loved us kids, but wanted nothing to do with any adult. Ah.
That makes sense.
In the house, Foxy, or outdoor cat? Asks Carl. Outdoor kitty. We lived on an 800-acre farm, and he just showed up one day. Aw, a big kitty cat. It was not friend. Why friend shaped? Carl saying, nice. We had a lot of animals that just showed up. My parents were far too much softies to turn them away. And Carl is all ears.
Oh, he found all the ear emojis.
I stand by that point as well. There are emoji ears, you just have to scroll far enough down. Foxy says, dang it, I even searched for ear and that did not pop up.
Probably should have said listen. Or hearing.
Yeah. Of course they wouldn't put it under ear. That would be easy to find.
Right.
And they are all deafened now.
These just happen.
And now Thesis is picturing a creature that's nothing but ears, and they're all deaf after Nick's greeting. So it's like a biblical angel, just ears?
I saw an art installation.
Okay.
Now, you're going to have to bear with me on this one.
Yep. I'm going with you. We're taking this journey.
It was depicting what a fourth dimensional object would look like.
Okay.
So it started out with a cube inside a cube with lines from the corners to the corners.
Yep.
So the corners of the inner cube. But it was motorized so that the shape would rotate through. And it would sort of expand at the top and then come back down at the bottom. So if you were taking that shape and pushing up the bottom and stretching it around while keeping everything still attached so that it was going the path of like the donut universe theory.
So doing like a Mobius strip kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm watching this thing go because it was on some video on Facebook and I was doing nothing, so I hyper-focused for a little bit, completely disassociated from reality, and went, fourth dimension, that makes sense.
Yep.
Why is this so comfortable? And as the arcs are kind of moving through each other, there's no arcs, it's all straight lines, but my brain is starting to process this.
Uh-huh.
My brain sped out the phrase, biblically accurate tesseract. And then I'm like, if you put eyes on it, I wonder,
Fair enough.
I know I had to reach for that, but it was hard to explain my mental processes sometimes. Harder still to live with them. I think this actually looks good. So, I keep wanting to put, like, my little dude here, and I don't know if I want to. Well, you know what? That's why we have an extra layer.
Layers are our friends.
Layers are our friends. We don't like what it is. We can just make it go away. I had to stop and remember that Commander Mark gave me my license to mess up many, many, many years ago.
Yes.
Anyway.
And Foxy's saying that the biblically accurate ear angel would be all discombobulated.
Well.
And Joe is saying, good morning, folks. There will be an NDCD's Creatives at Play tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Yes. I know I'll be there. I don't know who else will be there. If Joe doesn't do it, I will send out the link later in the group chat for people that don't have ops. for the people that do have ops. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know what's going on anymore. I had helium hand last night, so I've got so much to do.
Oh no, what did you do now?
I've got a couple of things to do today for the Parks Board. Yeah. It's all right, though. It's easy stuff. I just got to get in touch with people and be like, hey, we need to set up a date to do the thing.
Or else. Yeah, I'll use this extra pen. Actually, no, I'm going to use this one.
And Donna's saying, up till dawn? At least we didn't say up till the crack of dawn.
If it gets the art done, no one can complain. Right, Dawn? Right. I'm glad you agree.
Nope. Those were my conditions.
I was good. I did it.
Hearing you got 6 hours of sleep on the machine was amazing, actually. That's very good for you.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked.
And we have greetings for Joe. And due to work tonight, though, Joe will not be on for long. They are removing the tent barrier wall on site this evening.
Ew.
Oh, are they moving it so they can do the stuff on Saturday? And Alec has good taste. That shirt is perfection. And Donna's sending love to Alec. Yes, we love Alec. And Thesis is saying Foxy and he were wondering about Alec the other day. Hope they are doing okay.
It's a complicated situation.
Yep.
So we just figure we're doing our best for them. I'm hoping the best for them.
We are still doing the countdown to the Alec birthday.
Yeah.
Joe is going back to downloading concrete tickets and doing the day job stuff, site stuff until next meeting. He'll be lurking for a bit. Be safe, be careful. And I love you.
Love you too, Joe.
And Chris is here. Good morning, everyone, and happy hump day.
Happy hump day, Chris.
Foxy's saying, have fun, Joe. Hopefully Citrix works today. Right. Yeah, I know. Greetings for Chris. Greetings for Chris. And Donna said, wow, BB almost came over to where Callie was sleeping in my arms. She's now laying in my window while I'm in the room. Progress! Yeah. Apparently, Fred was just throwing the toddler tantrum of, I don't want to sleep, because now he's lying down here and trying and falling asleep. So.
Fair and just.
Good job. Good job. Yes. He's about 2, so that makes sense. And a squee from Dawn. Oh, baby. Aww. Carl's saying, nice, Donna. And Foxy's saying, that's your wild child, huh? Aw, Kelly woke up and saw her. They're now cuddling in the window. Aww. Pics or it didn't happen, Donna. Yes, we demand the kitty cat pics.
I just love that Pixar didn't happen.
Right. Carl, not everyone does the desk with that is your signature move. Nobody takes it from you.
Rest assured, Trey will always be good enough to get me to slide under a desk. Anyway.
Hey. Oh, Donna got a picture.
Woo!
Yay, kitty pics. And we had a bread butt. Yep.
There we go. We'll do that.
If Menards ever moves to the south, Chris is in trouble.
Oh, God.
Or the West. Oh, honey. Yeah.
Oh, Menards. I actually might be going there fairly soon. Maybe to pick up some stuff.
Ooh.
Oh, darn. Not Menards.
I know. It's a rough life going to Menards.
I'll let that click and whir. Dude, even with the window open, it doesn't share that frame. I thought I moved that over. Or did I not? Oh, yeah, because it's not bringing up the stuff, so I forgot. Okay, we're going to fix this again. Share screen. Share entire screen so you actually can see the things that come up. I am so sorry about that.
You're good.
There we go. That should show you all the panels and doodads. Okay. Wow, I reflexively went to check where I was on the comments. Ooh. Yes, there's one coming down the pipe. Oh, we need to actually check the date. Or this is for the 12th. Oh, time is flying.
I know.
Okay. Wait, no. Alphabet. There we go. And I'll move that around. But, yeah. Anybody have thoughts on what the next one's going to be?
Let me look ahead. I looked to see if there were any ideas, and I just saw a phrase from Carl. Oh yeah, Foxy hunting Munsies, or Carl hunting Munsies. He's very, very quiet. He's hunting Munsies.
Oh, that's right.
Oh God.
Thank you. That's right. I knew I was forgetting one.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh, but yeah.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I have to bring this up because I looked over.
Okay.
And just saw this phrase. And it was beautiful.
Okay. Okay, I need to do this.
Because I imagined somebody in like the Carl hunting Munsies dressed as Elmer Fudd. It was suggested on Monday. But yeah, I just imagined somebody doing voiceovers in like pimp off gear. Oh, my brain. Why?
Let's see now. Bow, 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 bow. Let's see now. Okay, cool. We can work with that. So we're going to go here. And just undo everything I did. Wait. Control Z, the mighty save. No, I don't want to cut this entire layer. Cancel that. What in the blood of Protestant? Oh. Not doing it. Fine. You're being Finky? We can work with Finky. We have the technology. Let's go back here. We'll do it again. I will not mind the furthermore, and you can't make me. I will always love, by the way, that Nevermind the Furthermore, originally was DKM trying to get people to be less verbose. And now it's me apologizing for being verbose.
And now it's so verbose.
Okay. My nose itches. Okay. No, I don't want to be MP. Go! Wake up! The peggers. Okay. NTF. Double check the date. Yeah. 5, 12, 25er. And yes, I was doing some stuff with magic cards and they're popping up now. Okay. So I now have that. Now we go new. We go here. Alrighty. And before we go into this, we're gonna wait. So you guys don't worry. I have hit the time lapse.
Excellent.
We'll run an ad real quick. Here we go. And we'll be back in about a minute. I don't feel sorry for Trey because she has to see the faces I make when I'm scrolling through checking the different things because, you know, much like my wife, except I usually turn it off around people, my face comes with subtitles.
Y'all have seen my face as I'm crocheting, so... that face. Didn't realize I made that face until I started recording things.
Oh, yes. Well, okay. Let me go back to what I was doing because I actually had something on here I was actually practically looking at. Okay, there we go. I need a pencil. And I probably need a blue one. I probably should start the music back up while I'm at it because I feel at peace and I know there needs to be music if I'm at peace. Come, little children. Here we go. Sorry.
Oh. All right. Well, you're getting into that.
Yes.
Lisa says they have shields over by them, and I have no idea what a shields is.
Not Menards.
I'm assuming it's Menards-like.
Well, see, if you don't know, you listen to us talk about Menards, and you hear about Menards, and you think it's a hardware store.
No, it's much more than a hardware store. It's the Midwest capital.
Menards has but one flaw. They don't serve food internally. Like, if they had a hot dog cart, kind of like the Home Depots have often, it would be perfect. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, it's like Home Depot, but better.
Well, Home Depot is overpriced for contractors.
Yes. Yeah, there's no contractor door at Menards.
Fries are done.
Right?
Sorry.
Yes, Donna needs to come to Northwest Indiana to get her beret. It's still sitting right here. It's right here.
Or you can put a sign. You need a sign that says 5 and Dime store. So that she can pick up the raspberry beret.
But it's gray. It's gray. I need to make a raspberry one just for the song.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Carl will always have a Menards bill. Yeah,
I'm all about my 11%.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want the rebate ticket.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the rebate ticket, you
Yes.
get 11% back as long as you make the effort on everything. And
It's
Dennis
not always
Company
good.
over by Robin Yoda.
Ah, okay.
And Menards gave Carl a credit card. Can you believe it? Oh, they knew what they were doing.
I am not of the credit card possessing because we work too hard to get away from all that.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, does that tempt me.
And Chris even likes Meyer. I like Meyer. They're actually not that much pricier than Walmart. And I get points for Shop and Scan, and they don't charge me for that, so that's nice. Yes. And Foxy says they don't have Myers either. They've got Walmart, Smith's, which is Kroger, and Lynn's which is Albertsons. Okay. So even the water boy would approve, huh? Long streams or long streams? Hi, go back to sleep. It's nap time. Go back to sleep.
Possibly long streams.
Gotcha.
I have no idea what the reference was on that one, so.
I don't either, Don. I'm sorry. Robin has to go. Parking at the court is horrible, and she has to be checked in for jury by 8:30. Ugh. Good luck.
She looks fabulous today.
Nice.
But, of course, I would never share, but she does. She looks fabulous.
And Foxy says, best of luck. So does Dawn and Carl. Chris says, use the bio break in progress. We will return to your regular programming in a few moments.
Yeah. That's what the long commercials are for. We all know this. I do love the term bio break because, people get upset when you say I have to go to the bathroom. I still say round the corner because I had one job that would write you up if you said go to the bathroom. So you had to say, I need to go round the corner.
I like down the hall. Oh. Nice. Okay. I have had clarification. Needing Pop's ads for the potty breaks.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I like the down the hall that we've gotten to using.
Round the corner. Anyway.
But
now I want a speedy freeze. Dang it.
Convenience stores of Super America. Yeah, if you go up north, like even farther from us, apparently Speedway is called Super America, and they use the same jingle, but instead of Speedway, they say Super America.
Wait.
Yeah, the convenience stores of Super America. Yes, same jingle. They just replaced Speedway. We heard this when we were going up to Wisconsin and Minnesota, and we just stopped and looked at the radio. And we were like, wait, what? Nick, if you get the Meyer cat litter in the big plastic jugs, they make a great hail pail. Not confessing to anything here, just a life hack.
So, somebody on Big Item Pickup Day, like 2 years ago, threw away a stack, like an 8-foot tall stack of the square litter box, like the 5-gallon buckets that are square.
Yeah.
And I still have about half of it because they've come in so handy for when people need to take something. Or here, just throw them in one of these. Do you use this brand? No. I can't afford this brand. Well, why do you have these buckets? Because somebody threw them away and they didn't have tar in them. So, you grab the buckets.
Yep. Rude. Anyway, Dawn saying code yellow alert. Recorded message. This call is very important to us. Please note, by remaining on the line, you agree to $12 per minute convenience charge. Have a lovely day.
I haven't told you I love you nearly enough for that one, but
Lisa said, I'll bet if you ask nicely, you could get Robin and Foxy to record a hold message for you, and you could make an on-hold ad with music by Dan and or Thesis. That would be hilarious. Oh my God, do it. Yes. That would be awesome. Foxy saying, now you're renting out my voice? Lol. New job.
I was about to say, now see, that makes sense for voice pimping.
Yeah, right. New job, voice pimping. I mean, voice talent agent. I'm not renting out anything. I'm merely suggesting. I'm okay with that. Foxy said, my Finch just munched on bread. Maybe that's why he fell asleep. Yeah, that does get weird when like my Finch is like, oh, my Finch ate bread. And I'm like, don't do that. And yes, Dawn, you do need to get back into finching, so I can send you things. And Thesis says they have CJ's and Southlands for hardware stuffs.
Wow, my brain went through three downshifts there, so give me a second. Ow.
I like going to our close ace because they have a store pupper. They have a store pupper. And it's a golden retriever. And yes.
I love Ace Hardwares because, among other things, they sell tin whistles.
And usually they know what they're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
That part's nice.
That's what you're paying for. You're paying more for that and getting things that other people can't. Like, if you can't find it anywhere else, it's at an Ace.
Oh, yeah. When they say the helpful hardware place, they're not wrong.
When I went, do you guys have copper rivets? And they said, oh, what number do you need? Uh-huh.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Heck, mine used to be Cablin's True Value before it became.
Oh, yeah, Cablin's.
Oh, yeah. See, yeah, you know.
Yep.
So that's a little bit of LaPorte County repping there. Down with the 219.
Oh, Dawn misses Fleet Farm. They generally try to stop when they get to Minnesota.
Oh.
Fleet Farm, yeah.
We used to have Farm and Fleet, which was amazing.
Yep. Anything that like takes care of the farmers, you're good. You're good.
We have Big R runnings. It's changed names like 6 times, but it's the same play. Unfortunately, the nearest one to me is in Illinois. So I can't... Yeah. Like, they're very selective which Freedom dispensers I'm allowed to look at.
Yeah. We've got a Tractor Supply.
TSCs will work, though.
Yeah. Joe said I could not, liberate the goslings. Especially since we were trying to find ways to get them to not be in the park. Fine. And there's the art suggestions. Don says we have Farm and Fleet here, but it's not the same. Art suggestions. Tractor Supply Company has the closest big brand store to me, but Dollar General is almost as close to Chris. Are Dollar General and Five Below, I want to say, combined?
Dollar General and
Dollar Tree.
Because there is actually one about halfway up to you guys.
Hmm.
That is split down the middle. It's a Dollar Tree, Dollar General.
Gotcha.
Although I really need to go to Five Below and snag something before it goes away.
Yeah, our Dollar General really isn't bad over here. Like our dollar stores, they're pretty good. And Thesis says they have a TSC2. It's between Walmart and Smith's. And I always mix up the letters for Tractor Supply because we have a contractor called TCS that handles the traffic cones and maintenance of traffic for us at work. So I will commonly mess up the letters for TSC and call them TCS, but not the other way around. So yeah, there's always maintenance of traffic wherever I go.
I am on Reddit a lot because I find Reddit's easier to like control what you watch, you know, your content. Very nice. Yeah. So Reddit is my happy place. I am working towards getting 300. I want a year of never missing a day of doing something on Reddit. It's like my current mission.
Okay.
Now that I've said that, I probably jinxed it, but that's okay. There is a story of a gentleman. He's been and I can't find it. I'll have to look it up again. But he was chronicling his I got in an office job by lying.
Okay.
And he's like, I don't know what we make. So
awesome.
You know, he lied to get it off. He's getting paid great. He does next to nothing. He's not quite sure what he's supposed to do. So he's just been redirecting things to other people. So it's like all he does is delegate, which is actually what like a manager is mostly supposed to do. So this has been going on for months now. And this guy's like, because it was, you know, some generic term company. He finally goes, I found out what we make. It's traffic cones. And they said we're looking for, you know, ideas. And he said, you know, they're going around. He said, well, why not just make them glow in the dark? And I guess the whole meeting went silent. And he's been promoted to head of R&D now. Yeah. And you know, it's being, you know, his buddy's talking. You can't keep doing this. I'll report you to the FBI. No, you won't, because I have traffic cones and I'll put them around your house and you won't be able to leave. You know. Yep. And it's just.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. You found out, and it's just traffic cones. They make traffic cones.
Yeah, that's it. All he does. And then you follow along. I'm following along because I got invested for a while. You know.
Yeah, so did I. I was following that.
And then it's like, they liked my idea of glow in the dark traffic cones, so they put me in charge of R&D and testing. And I know nothing about this. So I'm just like taking the traffic cones and putting them places.
Yeah.
And like driving around town on the company's dime, shopping, and then putting traffic cones in places.
Yeah.
And you know, I like drive over them, see what happens, and I write it down.
I mean, he's researching and testing it.
The next update later, he goes, okay, I need my passport. Why do you need your passport? I'm going to Munich because there's an international symposium on traffic safety, and I am I'm considered an expert in traffic.
Yeah, he just Yeah, he faked it till he made it, and then he just kept faking it because he still didn't know what he did.
I mean, I know current events can be looked through a dark lens, obviously. Obviously. But on the other side, if you look at our current president and you look at some of the candidates from either party,
Oh yeah, so not qualified.
just try the thing. The worst they can do is fire you. You know?
One of my friends actually did the Office Space thing of actively trying to get fired and kept getting promoted. Like, it actually happened for reals. Like, he was coming in late, he just didn't care anymore, and they started, like, making him key holder and promoting him and things like that. And he's like, this is the opposite of what I wanted to happen. What's going on? So yeah, I mean, just go for it, guys. Go for it. Oh man.
Like, there we go.
Foxy says they have a Tractor Supply just down the road past Walmart. Ours is right next to Walmart.
You
It's
know
in the-
what? A couple of them are. They seem to get along well.
You know what? Yeah, because if you can't buy it at Walmart, just go across the parking lot and Tractor Supply's got it. Huh. I don't think I noticed they were always together. And next to Harbor Freight. Ours is not next to Harbor Freight, but
Oh, I love Harbor Freight.
Oh, yeah, Harbor Freight's great. Oh, Shields is like Bass Pro.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. Callie gave Carl the silent meow. They are trying to do cat lunch late today, and he's not playing. Christmas's Dixie Dime. It got bought up by Super D, which in turn got bought up by Fred's, who then went out of business. Callie's off to bother Donna. Callie said, if I can't get fed, at least I can get mommy lovings. And, oh, an ace just opened by Foxy and Thesis. Nice.
Ace is good. Ace is the helpful hardware place.
I do like aces. DR worked at a True Value for years.
Oh, I love True Value though. Now we're getting to my old school loyalties.
Right?
I love True Value.
The closest runnings to Dawn is in Illinois too. Dawn. Monthly laugh. Oh. Carl said, Dawn, there's a runnings here in Danville. So the closest one to Carl and Donna is also in Illinois. Thank you. I'll see myself out.
Well done. You got a raspberry out of me. You should be proud. They are rare.
And Joe's saying Dollar General and Family Toy Boat. Dollar General and Family Dollar have merged a bunch of locations. Yep.
Well, now it's $1.25 General.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And Chris is agreeing, and their competitor, or Dollar General and Family Dollar are competitors.
Yeah.
Family Dollar owns Dollar Tree.
That's right.
We still have one of each in different parts of town.
We have one of the bougiest, I want to say, Family Dollars in the world, because
Ooh.
it's a beautiful glass pillar thing. It's on, I want to say, Union Street in Valparaiso.
I was
Lafayette.
going to say that makes sense.
No, College Town, but yeah.
Oh, there it is. But Chris is saying, looks like a combination of Carl and Linkso from Thundercats.
Well, I mean, there's not a lot of difference between Carl and... I'm sorry, my brain just crashed because you said Thundercats, and I went more than 3 seconds without thinking of Chitara from Thundercats.
Carl's saying, what is that in my right hand? It's the Munzie Capper 5000.
Dang straight. I decided to take, like, a little bit of liberty and design, like, the shopping scanners, but it's just for capping Munzies.
That would be awesome.
I will say, I don't think I've ever felt as justified as when the news came out that Pokemon Go sold all their data on the movements of everyone, and they were actually using it as a free mapping software. Like, they were using it as free research for their mapping software.
Right.
And they sold it to, like, Google or somebody for just ridiculous amounts of money.
But kids were walking.
Oh, I'm not saying I don't see the positives.
They were walking into swamps, but they were walking.
I had some friends who played that heavily, and I had to go, no. Well, we're just going to run around and No, you're not. Well, why not? They're just the woods. No, the woods out here belong to someone. All the woods, they belong to someone. Those woods belong to the government. If you're on them at the wrong time, gentlemen with guns will come find you. Those woods belong to neighbors. If you're in them at the wrong time, men with guns will find you. And those woods, well, they belong to themselves. And what comes to find you will make you wish you had men with guns. They were upset I would not let them go running into the dark.
Right.
Outside where I grew up. It's like, guys, this is the area that made me me. Think about it.
Right. I know these woods. There's a reason I'm not in those woods.
There's a reason I moved 100 miles away. And I still want to come back because it won't let me come.
Right. I'm going to be real, Chris. I don't remember what story I told for that. Not a clue. Not a clue. And Carl has said, those Munzies won't cap themselves, Donna, before.
I'm not surprised.
And Donna's sticking her tongue out at the Witsman dude. Nope. Joe had 20 minutes till his next meeting, and that was about 10 minutes ago. So time for him to hop out of there. See you later tonight. Hopefully I will... Oh, my friend trying to get fired off his space. Yeah, it was not what he wanted at all. But we will see Joe later tonight. Hopefully I'll see you before tonight. Like, this afternoon. But we will see you. And we have goodbyes to Joe. And Foxy says, but Ace is on the other side of town and Sutherland's is across the field. Hi. Okay.
I wish I had a place a little closer. I mean, I have to drive like 6 miles. It's nothing bad. But It would be really nice to have a walking distance something.
Most of our stuff is in walking distance in town, but the problem is there's really nothing in town.
Yeah.
So we have to go to the next town we're connected to?
But not that next town, because if we go to the wrong next town.
Yeah.
Oh, you get what happened to me and Mando when we were coming back from visiting for one of the Shakespeare days. Okay.
Did you end up in Gary?
We ended up going down Broadway.
You ended up in Gary.
We very ended up in Gary. We're driving, and I go, dear, with what? You're going to move over to the middle lane. What? Away from the sidewalk, move over to the lane closer to the... Why? Do it. No.
So,
if I tell you to, red lights and stop signs stop mattering. We are going to drive. Is that car going backwards? Yes. Is it on fire?
That's normal in Gary, but so Broadway actually isn't that bad, believe it or not.
Oh no.
Broadway, the only time I've had interactions on Broadway, it's been perfectly pleasant. People are actually very nice on Broadway. Just don't go down to the side roads where it's not lit. But yeah, Broadway, it's not a lot of people there anymore. You just have to watch out for the other drivers because they're kind of wild. I was wondering why some of the people were walking in the suicide lane, and I was like, there's sidewalks. Why are they walking in the middle of the road? And then I looked over and somebody was driving on the sidewalk.
Yes, us too.
And then I realized it's safer to walk on the road because the people on the road are obeying at least some laws.
Yes.
Because the people driving on the sidewalk were driving the wrong way on the sidewalk.
Yes.
So they are obeying many fewer laws. And I went, all right, I understand now. And continued on my way. So...
That's funny.
Yeah, like, the people walking, perfectly fine. The other drivers, kind of nuts. So just watch out for them.
And I know we were there at a bad time because any place can get rough,
Oh, yeah.
Post midnight.
Like even like Valpo can get rough post midnight.
Oh, Valpo can get so rough post midnight.
And that's one of the towns that considers itself bougie around here. So it happens.
Oh, I'm laughing. And I'm not bashing on Gary or your neighborhood or anything. Please don't think I am.
Actually, Gary, if you look at the architecture of Gary, it's beautiful.
It really is.
Just absolutely beautiful. But
although saying that, Mandy and I several years ago were going to do job applications at, I want to say, Theodore Roosevelt School.
Oh yeah.
And a beautiful building, beautiful place.
Yeah.
But I'm driving down the road and Mandy goes, that house looks like it's been firebombed. And I looked, that's because it's been firebombed, dear.
Yeah.
But it was daytime,
Yeah. The good neighborhoods are very good. The bad neighborhoods can be very bad. But yeah. But that being said, I have never had a bad interaction in Gary. So.
Yeah, you know what? I haven't had much issue either. Like I said, we had the traffic, which was a thing.
Yeah. Like,
and,
the car driving on the sidewalk was new and different to me.
There may have been a gentleman who was walking towards our car in a trench coat that I went, we're not stopping here. What? We're not stopping here. Just keep.
Yeah, that's just anywhere though. Would have action anywhere.
I'm not bashing. It was just a very interesting night for her.
Yeah, especially if you're not from around the area and all you've heard are the bad rumors,
Oh yeah.
that can be a little jarring.
But I mean, I grew up in Michigan City, and I have stories. Well, I grew up.
Yeah.
No, I did not grow up in Michigan City. I grew up in the woods south of Michigan City by several miles, quite a few miles actually, and was imported in.
Mm-hmm.
So it went from Old Gods of Appalachia to Gangsta's Paradise. Real.
I was going to say, you went to school in Michigan City.
Yes, I did.
So, yeah, you had experiences.
Ah, great ones. It was real easy. If the street had a name that was a state, you probably didn't want to be on it. Yeah. Wow, that's a great shortcut.
Rule of thumb.
Because Ohio, I mean, Ohio's not like it used to be. And the Michigan Boulevard, yeah. And shoot, was it Pennsylvania? Shit, I can't remember the name of which state street I was in that knife fight. Shit. Pardon my French. It turned out okay. I'm still here.
I mean, you're here. So, yeah.
No one went to jail.
It's because people know how to scatter. But
I have a friend who had a boyfriend. And said boyfriend was largely responsible for everything that went wrong in her life, and she did not want to admit it because I guess he had that charisma stuff. Moron. You're gonna undo that and undo that. Anyway. I just like envisioning Carl as the Muncie assassin, like the John Wick of Muncie over here.
Right.
So now I just see Carl putting on a fancy suit and just walking through some Muncie event, just like dual fisting, like bumping people, scanning, and somehow taking all their Muncie hits too. You know, just complete Yaga.
Nice.
Sorry.
That would be awesome.
That's my world. My world is envisioning my friends and associates in very strange and highly improbable outcomes because it amuses me. That old bit about I deny your reality and I replace it with one of my own.
Works for me.
Went over here. We have to have the light went there. No, I can't write that because I don't want to get in trouble. I almost changed it to him being shirtless with for Gin and Munsies, like tattooed in like elaborate German Gothic, calligraphy.
Prison tat style.
Oh yeah, only Donna can judge me. Across the that would have to be a special episode of NTF After Dark that I get to draw things like that.
He's just got a Muncie QR code on him somewhere. Oh.
Yo. Muncie is across his knuckles,
Nice.
I'm sorry, Carl. I hope I have not offended.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna put like a shade layer on this, but I don't think I'm gonna go much beyond that. Spent too much time here. Oh,
That
God.
being said, Dawn is very proud of the raspberries she received.
You should be. They're, like I said, they're incredibly rare. Whoop. Forgot to make this a multiply layer. There we go.
Goodbyes to Joe. Carl said, looks good, Nick.
Okay, then he sounds cranky.
I was going to say, that was about 15 minutes ago before we started turning him into, John Wick. Callie is back, so I'll see y'all tonight. And Chris was referring to the Office Space story.
Okay.
And he also needs to go. Happy hump day, everybody.
I am so sorry. One of my favorite movies of all time, if we're being honest, is the second Charlie's Angels movie.
Yeah.
With Raul. And I just envisioned, and I may have to do it, there may be a photoshopping that has to occur by somebody more competent than me. But the ripped body of the Irish bad guy, but with Carl's head on it, going, "Give us the pings! Give us the pings!"
Oh my gosh. Oh, Donna's saying, kitty lunchtime, then lunch with the bestie. Later's all.
Later, Donna.
Action, Carl. You can always join during Creatives at Play and draw that, says Dawn.
I don't want to get you guys in trouble. I'm afraid of cutting loose. Okay.
Oh,
We're gonna save as Carl Wick. Oh, I'm almost ashamed of that. And we need to export. I love how the consensus that you were the budding girl in the hi bud. There's a consensus that the bunny girl I drew in a picture of for last week was actually Trey. That's what they were talking about. How you doing? Hey, bud.
morning, Xander.
Xander, come back. Come back. Back. Come here. Trey said good morning to you. Want to say hi? Hi. Oh, you scrunch down, buddy, because I can only see you there. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
That's what they see. Okay. Go put your nuggets of fries in. And you can go back to playing Halo if you want, or Minecraft. Anyway. So, I forgot to sign it. Oh well, I don't think anyone else is going to try to steal this one from me. And I may come back and color it later. I may come back and give this a complete redo. I'm fully capable of it. A lot of times I take the images that I'm doing here as sort of speed draw thing. Okay. Now.
And Dawn has a point with, Nick, have you heard some of our conversations?
I know, but I will always be excessively polite on someone else's stream unless they done goofed up. And then I will be monstrously impolite. My greatest claim to fame would be the last time I appeared on one show where I popped in and I asked to the host and panel, are your heads up your butts for the warmth? But I am very, very protective of libraries and anti-censorship in certain ways, and that got a little spicy.
Absolutely. Dawn and Foxy also say good morning, Xander. Hi. You say good morning, Xander, too.
I heard him.
Yep. Hi. Mwah.
Oh, I have to finish this.
Yeah, good morning.
I know that. All right. Boom, boom. NTF 5.
Yeah. Oh, biscuits. Thank you.
14? 25? And if I'm wrong, it only shows up here. Boom, shakalaka. Okay, so now that I've done something silly, I probably should do something good again. We'll do that. But before this gets started, I will first go. Here's my time lapse recorded, so I don't forget. Secondly, I will come over here and pause the music. And let's see. Now, I think Carl suffered quite a bit. Oh, wait, like I don't know what I'm going to run after that. Come on.
It's time to scan, that is the plan, with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a cap, so here's our rep. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we've got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too. Munsey is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your Munsey. We want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too.
Oh, and Grant is back. Hello, Grant. Welcome back. Hopefully you got everything straightened out.
Grant is back. Well,
Hello, friend. Told all our friends on the internet. Hey.
Okay, I need to draw something else. Let's see.
Time lapse.
I hit that before the video.
Okay.
I've started getting in the habit of doing it before the commercial.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hi, Brett. Thank you. Oh, come here. Yes.
Maggie Weber. The hello. On today's episode of Things My Boobs Laugh At. You know that lady? She just shared a new intro thing saying she's channeling Tifa. And
Nice.
by fact, she is. But the fact that she recognizes and acknowledges that brings me glee.
That's awesome.
That's what you just got pinged for. But
thank you.
Okay, I gotta figure out what I want to draw. And let me check. Oh, I know what I have to draw. Okay, I know what I have to draw. So last week I heard a word. And I don't know. I don't know what it means technically. Like I can, puzzle out parts of it.
Okay.
But I heard a word and I'm like, that needs to be a demon.
Oh, Citrix.
Right. So, what is Citrix actually used for? Like,
so Citrix is a layer of defense that we use. For government websites, basically, and we have to go through it to get into Site Manager, which is one of our websites or programs to put in pay items.
okay.
But I know that Dawn and Carl have also used it.
Okay.
But the problem is, if your internet so much as blips, you get kicked out of Citrix and the program you were using. So Citrix is the bane of all existence, and sometimes you can't get into Citrix, and the wheel just goes round and round and round and round and round and round. And why am I getting messages?
I already sent one, but I explained it.
Now I got messages from the Parks Board. Boop. Just recalled that we left off our list last night's meeting. The exterminator come out and spray for wasps. Mama duck still sitting on her nut. So we have a mallard duck that laid her eggs under one of the slides, and we've been kind of worried about her because kids and a duck under the slide. So we have duck updates, and Mama duck is still on the nest and the eggs. So
what you're telling me is Citrix.
it really is a demon to us, yes.
Well, like a government demon bouncer.
Yes.
Okay.
That at any moment might kick you out for no reason.
Okay, so we have.
Oop, and Grant did get the money back in his account. If any of us were waiting for the conclusion to that story, we were cheering for you.
We were waiting.
Oh, and Don said, and then you can't log the calls, and then you have to use downtime forms, and you can't look up files from previous calls for updates. Yeah, pretty much you are stuck in quicksand if you can't use Citrix.
Man, Citrix is reminding me of a principal I had in junior high. He was the bane of my existence until I ran over his face. Literally. And then he tried to get me in trouble with my dad, who thought it was the funniest poop ever. And his response was, talk your way out of it. He laughed.
I'm sure your dad was amused by that, actually.
Yeah. Well, what happened, and it's all Doug's fault, Doug Muckway's fault. Doug Muckway was my buddy at the time, and he was about 220 pounds, 6'2", a raw stupid.
That's a description.
Yeah. My buddy Doug was something else. Anyway, he challenged me to a race back at a time when parkour wasn't just we called it free running.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't just a hobby, it was a way of survival. So he challenges me to a race for reasons I do not know. I think he had figured out the differences in our stride length it took me about 3 for every one of his because, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at my old junior high, there was a ramp that went between floors. And it went so it's about 30 degrees. And then it hits a little landing, and it widens at the landing for reasons that make no architectural sense. And then it goes down to the rest of the hall.
Okay.
I'm next to the wall. Doug's to my right. He says, go, we take off. I am flying low. You know what I mean? About 3 foot tall, 5 foot long stride. You know what I'm saying? Just hoofing it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that my principal was beyond where it got wide, messing with the garbage can. So I had this tiled wall on one side of me with the world's most inappropriately heighted handrail.
Oh, jeez.
are 25, 30-foot sections. So
Mhm.
I had time to build up momentum. Doug's thundering beside me, and dude steps out right in front of me. This great, bulbous, fat, slathering, kind of had the Rudy Giuliani grease
Oh,
going,
yep.
but big. Italian guy. And his throughout the year, his response to everything that had happened to me was, "Well, what'd you do?" "Well, you see, sir, I was walking down the hallway and I was hit with a thrown garbage can.
I existed.
You know, what were you doing in the hallway? Walking between classes."
Going to class. Yeah, he sounds like a winner.
Anyway, so we had epic rounds, him and I, and my dad knew he was a complete and utter.
Waste of ability and
I just had to
lack
stop.
thereof.
I catch the class. See, those who know me know the kind of rant I can go off camera,
Mhm.
and I
Yeah,
literally just had to like send that into the void, you know.
yeah.
Anyway, he steps out in front of me, and time slows down, and I start doing math. And the math is this: I have an unyielding concrete wall on one side of me with very nice, kind of death gray tiles, little like 1 by 2 tiles. I can see them all crowded beside me. On
Hmm.
the other side, I have my buddy, who is, as forementioned, 220 pounds of raw stupid. He's moving at high speed.
Hmm.
Now, at this point, I might have been 110, maybe. I had several growth spurts before you met me, so I was maybe 5'5", 5'3",
Yeah.
little dude. And my principal steps out in front of me, remembering that I am on a roughly 30-degree grade. That won't move. That won't move. The only logical thing is flying jump kick.
Yes.
So I proceed to, at full speed, flying jump kick my assistant principal in the face. Like, time slowed down for me. I could see my shoe imprint on his face, squashing. He, like, briefly had a mono jowl. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Olive oil and grease and hair gel splattered out the other side.
That's beautiful.
And he goes down. And I push off, clear the rest of the other ramp basically before I hit the ground. And I would have been gone. I would have been fine because there was no way he could have known it was me clearly, except for two factors.
Did your buddy yell your name?
No, 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 no. My buddy,
Okay.
although he would have. If there was a bus that he could throw me under, he would have. But the first part is he was yelling, "Talk, thud, thud, thud," as he's ragdolling. The other thing that saved him from much impact was his girth, just sort of absorbed the impact, like like one of those stress balls that's full of cornstarch, so it just goes goo blah.
Yep.
And the other part was that was when I was wearing my first pair of New Balance tennis shoes. And the thing about my first pair of New Balance tennis shoes is, in the middle of the tread, they left a large N.
You stamped it with your initial.
I stamped his face with my initials.
Beautiful.
So, I am in the office. Now, this was right as I was approaching my mad, bad, and dangerous to be around phase. I wasn't there yet. I was still nice Nick. But oh boy. Oh boy, really, really thought he had me. He was sitting there across the desk like this. Finally, you can't weasel out of this one. You're is grass and I am the lawnmower.
He
And I'm
sounds like a crazy teacher from
mm-hmm. Yes, but without all the charm. Breakfast Club.
Oh, I was gonna say either that or The Incredibles.
Oh, The Incredibles. Yeah. Goes, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm calling your family. I'm calling your father, and you're speaking to him. So he dials home because my dad was retired at that time. And I'm pale because I am not afraid of my teachers. I am afraid of my father. And not like nice, oh, I might get in trouble. No, this is pale, sweating, the death that is about to come to Sarnath, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, and Dad asks me, oh, son, what's wrong? Well, it was Mr. Tockert. This is Mr. Shepard. Your son has something he wants to tell you. Why don't you explain what happened? I tell him basically what I told you, and watched. I mean, jowls and all because it was me. But and I sat there, and there was the longest silence I think I've ever lived through. And then my father, upon hearing this, started to laugh. I mean, like full on Vincent Price grade maniacal laughter. I don't think I've ever heard him laugh like this before or since, to be honest. He thought that was the funniest thing ever. But after he's done laughing, and I'm sitting here now, I can't laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was a you did what? I ran over his face. I jump kicked him and ran over his face. And he's laughing. I mean, we're talking minutes of laughter.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sitting here, and I'm more shocked looking and sick looking because I'm worried if I laugh, it's all over. And all Shepard could see, that was the dude's name, is this look of disgust and paleness and like wanting to throw up. And I hang up the phone and he goes, well. And I mean, really, he put malice into his voice. You know what he sounded like? And I can say this to you because you're one of the few people who know. He sounded like a mutual instructor of ours tried to sound.
Oh.
Okay? And I looked at him, and I'm literally shaking now.
Oh my gosh.
I'm grounded for the entire summer, and I will be getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning to do calisthenics, and split wood every day. And I just list off this whole list of hideous, labor-intensive borderline abuse. I will be woken to reveille, you know, and literally the playing of the bugle, and I'm just going on and on. And he's getting more and more smug and puffing up and puffing up and puffing up. I want you to know I can be magnanimous too. That sounds like you're being punished enough. And he writes a pass, hands it to me, says, "Get out of my sight. Don't let me catch you running in the hall." I can't run. I have to calmly, demurely head down, walk out of the office as he slams his door and he's laughing to himself. And I hear him calling somebody to announce his victory, you know? I make it out the door into the hallway, slump down, and I begin laughing. I am laughing so hard I am crying. I am snotting. It is a mess. And then I look down at the pass he so gleefully signed and realized he didn't date or time mark this pass.
It was blank.
It was blank, and while I was in there, his code for the copier was just on the wall. And that, my friends, is how I paid for my PlayStation through barter. Uh,
Oh my God.
and why they had to switch to colored paper passes instead of just the white blank pads, the white pass pads.
Oh my gosh.
So the people who wonder, Nick, have you always been kind of like this? The answer is yes.
Don said, we need to list our favorite sayings. Raw, stupid, and hot dumpster juice needs to be added to the list. And Sisters of the Hook, good morning, sir. How are you doing today?
I am fabulous. We have already run your ad, so I don't want you thinking that you are being missed out. I am currently drawing Citrix, the demon that keeps a bunch of people from being able to log on to their government files.
Truth.
How are you?
Let's see. And a Trey, hello, 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 hello. And you're Zach. Are you? That was not his second. Their kid Zach. Their kid Zach.
Okay.
There's no way that was his second stream ever. There's no way. That kid streams like a professional. Donna's saying wiener or winner. She was imagining olive oil flying out of his rear end.
Olive oil basically hung off of that man like his sweat smelled of garlic and olive oil. I'm not even being facetious.
She spelled it like Popeye's girlfriend.
That's terrible.
Right? Oh. Tosh says this dude sounds like a proper BBEG. Good Lord.
He was one of the great idiots in the school.
No. And ooh, a blank check, you say?
Basically. Look, if they didn't want me to commit mild acts of forgery and scoundreldom, they wouldn't have given me the blank pass.
Right. They wouldn't have made it so easy.
No.
Goodness. Hi, Kitty Cat. Thank you. The Nevermorian dictionary needs to become a thing indeed. Yes, yes. Things like the Hail Pale and, Keisha-ing and Dawning.
Age of Aquarius.
Oh. Donna's greeting Tosh. And hi, Tosh. And yes, it does. And Tosh is saying, right, dude, thank you so much. She's so stinking proud of him. Y'all showing up for him has meant the absolute world to us. He's so excited.
I am so glad that dude's getting it a new getting into this. It is so cool to see the younger generations doing what we do. Sorry.
So if you didn't see it, he was streaming Minecraft and good music. He streams like a professional and just super smooth, good. His voice so soothing, and just it was a great stream. And he was explaining like what he was doing and things like that, and it was a good time. Unlimited cosmic power in her best Jafar voice in regards to the blank check.
Basically. Well, see, the trick was, and one of the great things I learned is never deal in money.
Barter.
Because people get stupid about money. But barter? Oh, I would trade that check for whatever people needed. And it wasn't the same price for everyone else. A great many zebra cakes came my way.
Oh, zebra cakes.
It was delightful.
Foxy's saying, goodness, it's noisy downstairs. I don't know if you're nosy like I am, but, I'm the one that, peeked outside, and when I noticed the police were just standing there talking, I walked out and went, eh?
Something going on, officers?
Well, they were parked outside my house. I wanted to know what was going on, so
That's
I went
valid.
outside.
I didn't hear that story. What?
Oh, okay. So I think it was Monday, Tuesday. I don't know. It was one of the days.
Okay.
It was yesterday.
Okay.
It was the day before yesterday, so Monday. Yeah. I went to get the mail, and the way our door is, there's 3 windows in it with like a lace curtain, so you can see out, but you can't really see inside, especially if it's not lit inside. So I'm going to get the mail, and I look out, and there's a police car just parked in the road in front of my house. And then I notice there's another one and another one just parked in front of my house. Lights are on, no sirens. And I go, I'm going to use the bathroom before I decide to deal with this. So I go down the hall, come back out, and I'm looking through the window because I'm not unlocking the door. And okay, they're standing at the lead police car, well, SUV. They use SUVs here.
Uh-huh.
And I'm looking, and they're all just kind of standing there talking. They're leaning, they're relaxed. All right, so nothing's going down right now. So I grab my mail out the door, get my Munzie, and I'm nosy. So I walk down my steps, and I stay on my sidewalk, and I look at them, and I do the little wave like, hello. And one of them looks at me, and I do the, what's going on shrug. And they're like, oh, you're okay. And I do the thumbs up and go back in my house. So I'm still wondering what's going on in front of my house, but,
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been checking the local Facebook pages and the police blotters for, because it had to be something. But I'm going to be very upset if I find out, because the last one was a canine unit. I'm going to be very upset if I find out the pupper was deployed and I didn't get to see it, especially if it was in front of my house.
I'm sorry. You said I'm going to be very upset. My first thought was, if this is a monkey-involved incident.
Oh yeah, yeah. That at that point I'd be like, well, all right, setting up the taser traps. But but if the pupper what got deployed and it didn't get caught on the ring camera, I'm going to be very upset.
All
So
right. I am going to have to redo this one because as soon as I got done with this, and I'm not doing it today because we're already 2.5 hours in, but because I need to full Diabloify it. So
mm,
a lot of times I will do a picture like this when I am doing some, like when I'm serious, I'll do a proto sketch like this and I'll go, okay, now what would make it insanely awesome?
yeah.
And then I will just like, okay, what's wrong with this picture? I'd want to redo the pose anyway, but let's see what I can do. I can tweak this. Grab my little lasso.
Yep. We have greetings.
Greetings from, oh, Donnie.
Greetings from Tosh to Don and Foxy.
Oh.
And Don is saying, we found my replacement for Creatives of Play. Really? And Foxy says, of course I am. Can't see anything through the windows. And Sisters and Tosh says, best boys ever.
Okay, it will let me only maximize it. It won't let me.
Morpheus and Diablo had a love child. That's what I'm seeing here. Nice.
He's just not big enough. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not
bigger.
Make him bigger. What I want to do is make him fatter, but it's not letting me distort on that angle. So I'm gonna go okay here. What? No, cancel. I don't want to deal with that. Oh, I think I can do things. Can I do things? Let's
do the
see.
thing.
Cancel. Nah. Well, I'll figure out things in a bit. I want to fix this, but see, like I said, his proportions were too human.
Mm.
And that actually gives me a chance to expand his lower jaw.
Yeah.
Now he looks really kind of messed up, but that looks more like he would be impeding your process.
Yep. Citrix.
Okay.
Heck and Citrix.
Add a layer, blend multiply.
The red and blue pills were just mana and HP this whole time.
Yeah.
Why did it autosave? Oh man, I found all these cool health packs. This is great. Oh no.
Why is this room conspicuously large?
Why can't I get out? Dang it.
I hear music, and is that Latin?
Oh no. It's a trap.
Now, some of you might say I could use the flood tool, the fill tool. I could, but sometimes I want to color pretty.
And Don will see us later tonight.
Absolutely.
See you later. Bye-bye, Don. Pinky Wiggles.
This dude looks like he's ready to yell, "Dang it, Constantine!" Anyway.
Right. Constantine's just, a stable internet browser.
Wow. That would be magical. Anyway.
Right.
Wait, you know what I need to do? Hold on. I need to fix this. I realized something. Erase this. Nope, wrong layer. Get on the actual right layer. We're going to come over here, and I recognized a typo I made, and I am very sorry for it. Oh, wrong. No, I don't want red. I would like the black, please. Thank you. See, now it's legally distinct and separate from any.
Aha! Yes.
Aha! The
Ah.
first is a typo because there is a good chance that this goofball will appear in game somewhere.
Right.
I am really looking forward to one of my next games because I've decided that I'm going to add a new NPC kind of really dopey paladin guy who may show up when summoned.
Nice.
Well, Mandy and I, okay, I like wrestling, and I've watched a few different characters and stuff wrestle and such, obviously. But, well, let me do that. Okay, I did. Recently, one of the wrestlers has had a new entry music, and it has become very much the earworm.
Okay.
And it is earwormy enough that I'm like, oh no, this needs to happen. Now, he is actually the TNA champion, a gentleman by the name of Joe Hendry.
Okay.
And Joe Hendry, in the past, has been something of a meme lord. In that he would do goofy intro videos.
Okay.
However, and he would filk different songs to do them, to make fun of his opponents or whatever.
Nice.
Glorious, glorious, glorious. I mean, definitely one of us kind of fellow. But he has come up with a new one, and he based it off of a song he made actually making fun of himself. But it's become such shtick that he hopped to WWE from TNA, almost entirely powered by the shtick of say his name and he'll appear. I believe in Joe Hendry. Now the thing is, anyone who they're like, don't do it, don't say his name, and then the music appears, and he pops up, and he looks like, and I say this as an incredibly saltine American. He looks like the whitest white guy to ever white, as a mix between the Billy Mays ShamWow and like a hodgepodge of every shady young TV evangelicalist and as him on TV show, and Lance Bass because his hair is blonde and dyed blonde and it shouldn't be.
Awesome.
Like seriously, just type in Joe Hendry, so like hen dry, one word, and look at this fellow.
Oops, I hope I spell it right.
Because I have a game in a few weeks that I have to run for the kids.
Oh my gosh. He looks like a Ken doll.
He does.
Wrestling.
He looks more like Ken
than...
Oh,
he's Scottish?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
His old wrestling partner, Wee Man, is inaudibly and illegibly Scottish. Like, you need to be semi-intoxicated to understand the words coming out of his mouth, I suspect. But
yeah, he is a bleached Scottish man. But he didn't bleach the beard.
So my thought is, why not throw him in one of my D&D games? Well, RPG games, because I don't play D&D. As like a summonable entity of some sort.
Yes.
At least for a little bit in a dungeon. Because I am like, because it is memeish, I am 1,000% sure my players will get the joke.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
And like, what when the show is over, because I do not want to get dinged for the music, uh, look up, just look up Joe Hendry, and you have to hear the song. The man is an absolute mad lad, and I'm sorry, I have opinions on wrestling that are very unpopular in certain circles. I believe right now wrestling is probably the highest form of theater.
I love the memes that people have made of him. Oh my gosh. There's just shirts that say, I believe in Joe Hendry.
Yes.
Oh.
And it should not be as good as it is.
Tosh, Nick is an incredible DM. It's a good time. It's fantastic.
Do not. Do not. Those are not for you. Thank you.
That's 15, isn't it? Yeah, that's 15. Thank you. Oops.
No, we have a fantastic time. For Nick, though. So whenever we're playing, the goal, at least once per game, is to get Nick to go,
Okay.
so here's what happened. At least once.
Yeah.
Just for the sheer ridiculousness of it.
That is how you win D&D, is you make
Yes.
the DM.
Because it's just fun.
I don't take myself too seriously about much of anything.
Yeah.
You know, whether I'm a sword master or a game master or a dungeon master. I just like making people call me master. I can't help it.
Oh, Hendry only showed up as Orton's mystery opponent for WrestleMania. I don't know if he's full-time in WWE.
He's not, but there is a deal between TNA and WWE to flip their. There's a contract where they can pull and cross do things like that, and with the amount of notoriety he's getting, I would not be surprised if he doesn't slip. And the funny thing is, Randy Orton in that match, he completely destroyed him, and he shouldn't have. It should have been a much better match than it was, but it was a time thing. They were kind of using it as a filler. Randy Orton had the choice of literally anybody he wanted to wrestle in that match as part of, his appearance on WrestleMania, from both WWE and TNA and a few other places. And he's like, I want Joe Hendry. So he requested to have Joe Hendry on. And why? Because he believes in Joe Hendry. From London to Tokyo, I believe in Joe Hendry. I'm trying to remember. He has this little goofy list of like all the places, and it's you don't know yet, but you will. I almost did shtick about this, but I didn't have time to print off a color picture of his face to hold it up in front of the camera, and I don't know if I can do that without getting sued. Not that I think Joe Hendry would sue me, but I know
The company.
The company probably would.
We believe in the company. The company. The company. Oh. Tasha's saying this is a relatively new player, but isn't griefing your DM half the point of playing?
At least.
Yes.
At least.
Yes.
And I have been a forever DM since 91. I can literally count the other DMs I've had on one hand in all those years, I think. I might need two hands. I'm not kidding. And it's gotten to the point where it's like, hey, Nick, you want to run a game? Okay. Do you have dice? No. Okay. Well, I do, or at least I can use my phone. I
Right.
used to have to carry emotional support dice with me everywhere, and like 3x5 cards because people would want me to make a game then,
Right
like
then and there from
right then
nothing.
and there. No mercy, no patience, just a lot of believing in Joe Hendry. Anyway,
Oh my gosh.
man, I wish I had Joe Bachman's. I believe in Joe Bachman. Oh, oh no, oh no,
I
that
need
could become a thing.
I need a shirt that says that.
And just like the dorky head picture of Joe.
Yes. But it's like the sweet drizzle picture.
Yeah,
Yep.
because now it's like with all the times he pops on, we could totally do the say his name and he'll appear as a gag. That could become a thing.
Right.
You guys usually don't get to see me workshopping my completely thought out gags, but
But I need to actually hop because I have a meeting in 15 minutes and I need to eat the lunch because I'm a good noodle.
all right. Thank you so much for your support. I'm sure I am miles behind in the comments, but I'm much less than I would have been.
No,
Thank
you're
you.
caught up completely.
You are a goddess.
You are at the end, so
Exquisite. Thank you.
absolutely. But I will still be lurking in the background. But I'll see some of you tonight and others of you later. Oh, my reminder just went off. So,
Toodles, Mags.
toodles.
No, I don't want that purple. Alrighty, I can work with this. Joe Bachman. Let's see. But this is for the people who wanted the first version of Citrix. There may be a Citrix 2.0 at some point. I'm going to keep the obnoxious yellow because I kind of like how that pops. Now we'll come over here. We're going to add another multiply layer real quick. And yes, I love DMing. I might, oh, phone call, Toodles. I might be willing to do another stream DM session, game session of some sort in the near future. It may fit very well with some of my plans. I'm up to after I get my D&D stuff. See, you got me all thinking now. But it would have to be the right group of players, and we'd have to have a kind of customized rules light version of what I do, which is even lighter than the rules light versions of what I usually do. That's okay. There we go. That's giving it abyssal vibes. What else do we want to do here? Let's add a light layer and have some fun with it. I believe in Joe Hendra. Yeah. No. Well, yeah, we could do a Discord game. My dice hunger for adventure. No, I'm thinking of actually doing a live streamed game at some point, and I put like the burning pink. Yeah, that's a little too strong, but it could happen. Stranger things have. We'll just do this. Yeah, we're just going to give the back glow to him. Let's just rock it. Let's just rock it like so. That looks problematic. Yes. You scary berries. We'll do this. We're going to add the crackle effect. Give him a little bit of like lightning mojo energy. Normally I use, well, it is a bright pink, but you know, that's one of my favorite colors to use for this sort of thing. But so we're going to just do this to make it like he can barely contain his like fat guy administrative power rage. Do that too. Well, something went wrong. I know what I did. There we go. Lighter on the bottom because I want to have that rising effect. I was tempted to go like the green. I wonder if I go fill, I go light green, will I like it better? Hmm. Nope. Like the pink better. There we go. Alrighty. For everyone who's ever had to use Citrix, this one is for you. Oh, I'm glad you're interested. We'll have to see. We'll put. I could have used a light pen and done this right, but I'm not going to. Because if you say his name, he appears. See, like I said, I've known a couple wrestlers and other martial performers, and I really dig the athleticism and the acting that really goes into it, because it is not, you know, it's not as dumb as people want to claim it is, you know? And if I want to watch fighting, I can watch fighting. You know, there's a reason why they televise uh, UFC. Sorry, my brain just lost the acronym, which happens sometimes. But for showmanship and just physicality, I love watching wrestling. I love watching international wrestling. The acrobatics of the luchadors amaze me, for example. Okay, let's see. Save as Citrix. And like, I can make a demon in one of my games. Like, seriously, just make it be a publishable demon. Security demon. Bam. We're going to export PNG. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to export the time lapse. I do like the editing abilities where you can transform things on digital far more than regular. But let's see, 3 hours. Okay. Save. And we're going to go here. We're going to go here. We're going to go remind the Oh, I think Citrix would like do things like, oh no, you've forgotten the password and you're kicked out of the dungeon. Yeah, that's better. Export single layer. Nope. JPEG. And we go NTF5 16, I believe. 25. Yeah, it could happen. Okay. Okay. Now, that means I am done with my 3 with about 7 minutes to go. So I'm going to run some ads and we will see what we see.
Hi, bunnies. This is Robin Yoda. Just wanting to let you know I have a Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Robin Yoda. You can catch me there Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific playing Stardew Valley, Saturdays at 2 p.m. playing The Sims 4, and Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific playing a random game from my Game Pass library. You can also find me Mondays on my YouTube channel, Robin Yoda the Lilac Bunny. I hope to see you all there. Thanks for watching.
Welcome, welcome, bunnies. It's Robin Yoda. My Twitch stream has changed. I'm playing Saturdays and Sundays at 2 p.m. If there's any schedule change, I'll let you know by posting on X, Blue Sky, and sometimes Facebook. You can follow all my socials, Robin Yoda the Lilac Bunny, and sign up for my YouTube channel. It's also Robin Yoda the Lilac Bunny, where I repost all of my streams. So come join me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Robin Yoda for some awesome streams. And once again, thanks for watching.
And let's see.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho! Santastein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
All right, let's make me a little bigger for now because I think it's time. I'm going to run some more ads, but what's that number the albino gave us? What albino? Anyway, I'm thinking after I'm done with the 2 books I'm working on right now, okay, 3 books I'm working on right now, being The Rapid Rapier, the Poor Swordmaster's Guide to Arms and Armory, and then, of course, Haints and Hellfire 2, not 3, although my brain is clutching onto 3. I may double down and try to bang out, finally reorganize and do not only Dusk Falls over Ravencleft Gorge, which is the campaign I've been running for a while now in different places, but I may run, I may invite some folks, keep the numbers manageable, and do like a part playthrough or full playthrough, which could take a long time depending on how motivated you all are. We'll have to see. I playtested the heck out of this game. It's ready to go. I just want to tweak my base my base character design, because I want to build a system. Well, I have a system. I have the base plus 2 system, base plus 2 engine, that is. I built that for modern, so I have to make base plus 2 fantasy, and I have to release base plus 2 modern. So I have several things that need to come down the pipe. I'm excited about it, though. Guys, when I say I have stuff and I'm working on it, my works in progress list is monstrous. But I think I can keep going through it if I keep at it. So we're going to redo the wall of knowledge. I'm going to get so many post-it notes up in the very near future, it's not funny. And then we will we'll be able to knock these things out, because I have too many projects floating and not enough completed. And I would like the income of completed projects. So what's on my plate for the foreseeable future? After I'm done here, I have housework, lawn work, and educational type stuff to do. I need to start on Trelena's commission, so that will get priority. And then probably a few things into Rapid Rapier. I still want to get Rapid Rapier out by the end of the month. That is my primary goal. After Rapid Rapier, and it'll be the Sword Master's Guide to Arms and Armor. And basically, it's a crafting guide. I'm going to talk about a lot of things I've made in the past, a lot of things I can make in the future. And there's that. I did get my metal table in, so I may do some forging as early as today. And I have to get the video edited and kind of bookended for Nick Knows Nerf for Thursday. So I have a lot going on. I am sailing away. Nope. But before I can do any and all of that, I need something called lunch. So I will probably be dealing with that. If there's anything else of interest, please let me know. I am also going to remind you, like Trelena, you may commission me for assorted art. My prices are always negotiable. And I am hoping to start doing more of that. I also have an art program, major art program this month. I have to get the dates for. I have to prep for StompCon. Being CEO of White Boot Arms and Armory, LLC, which I am, does tend to keep me rather busy between my projects. But food is probably a good idea. Thank you. Food is usually good, Foxy. So I'm going to do that. I do hope today was entertaining, if not educational. I may do some more art education streams, but if I do that, I will have to neglect the chat a bit, because you guys are a chatty lot. And I wouldn't change that for anything. Don't take me wrong. But I need to run a few more ads, because I was bad, and I want to get as many people their stuff out as possible. So we'll do this and we'll wrap up.
Hello, I'm Dan Hallfield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Abelian Webzine, the world's oldest free creative writing e-zine since 1997. Since then, we have helped over 500 amateur writers learn what they needed to turn pro. www.aphelion-webzine.com and read not only what we've got going on right now, but 28 years worth of our archives of stories. Thank you very much.
Alrighty, and we need to hear technical error from probably Thesis. And it is not the end of one of my programs if I don't run Cat's ad, because it's too good a reminder to let us all learn.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I am Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Yes, folks, I'm all about letting you all art. It is vital that we get our creativity. Oh, hey, Sarah. How you doing? That we get and maintain our creativity, that we create and express ourselves while we can, because life is too short, guys. Life is too short not to tell your story, and no one can tell it for you. So, guys, keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating, because as long as you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you cannot edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too, and I will be back Friday for not only Nevermind the Furthermore at 10 a.m., but the Historical Fencing Guild live stream at 8 p.m. I have some announcements I'll be throwing up over there, considering some stuff that's going on the HFG Patreon. And I'll be answering questions and doing some interesting stuff. So, we'll see y'all real soon. Toodle.